Yo, what's up? It's little hologram Jace, baby! Yo, what's up guys? Jason Ma the Magician, and in this video you're about to learn how every single card trick is done. There was a world famous magician who still by today's standards is one of the greatest entertainers of all time, and he used to perform a routine known as the ambitious card. And the whole premise to his routine is that he teaches you how every single card trick is done. And that man's name is none other than Daryl Martinez, the magician's magician. Now before we dive into all that craziness, I gotta do today's magic trick, so let's do that right now. Also, make sure that you smash like if you haven't already and subscribe, yeah? Also, turn the notification bell on. Anyway, check out today's trick. It's a good one, baby! Alright guys, today's trick is all about levitation. Watch the king as he levitates invisibly. Okay, he's just here, but for a second you were like, holy crap, where'd that king go? But watch, he will levitate right here at the fingertips. Ooh. I know what you're thinking. Haters will say he's just holding it with his thumbs, but I can prove that you don't know what you're talking about, man. Now watch this. I will genuinely levitate this king, and I won't even hold on to the king, okay? I'm gonna let go of this king, and it's gonna float there. Watch. Haters are gonna say that it's stuck to my finger, but look, it's not stuck to my finger. How does he do it? It's floating as if by magic, baby. Actually, the truth is that this king is under investigation for tax fraud. And this is the investigator right here, the Queen of Diamonds, the Queen of Riches, baby. Of course, the king himself has nothing to hide, okay? Because he is a law-abiding citizen. Boom. But he floats, look at that. He's on cloud 9, floating. And no matter how much they fan him and put him under pressure, that king will always remain innocent in my book. I don't know what the that was. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that trick, and now it's time to watch Daryl, baby. I'm very excited for this. I'm a big fan of this man. Sadly, he passed away, but that doesn't mean that his work can't live on through channels like mine. This man is a true entertainer. Check this out.
Whoa. That was a good touch. Wow.
Sorry, just right off the bat as well, just his overall demeanor is immediately so inviting and friendly. I don't know if you guys feel the same way about it, but I just from the moment that I see this man on the camera, I'm already like, yeah, I like this guy.
Wow. I wish I had a better act. Well, right now, I would like to explain to you how all card tricks are done. I can explain them in one word. One word is control. That's all that happens. The magician controls the cards. Allow me to demonstrate. Would you help me with this one? What I need to do is to have one card that we will control. Any card, and because I'm going to have you sign the front of the card, it might be a good idea to get something other than a picture card. A number card would be best. So name any card you'd like, and that's one we'll use. It's up to you.
2 of hearts.
Ah, one of my personal favorites. There's the 2 of hearts, and would you please, in big, bold letters, sign your name, your first name on the front side of the card. That'll be perfect. Excellent, nice and big. Now, the reason I have the card spread face upwards is so that you can see that that is the only 2 of hearts in the entire deck. Sometimes I demonstrate this mystery, and people say, oh, well, obviously, you have duplicate cards, but that's the only one.
Dude, it's so funny that he's saying this, because this happens all the time. Whenever I post videos on the internet, people constantly make that assumption that I use multiple of the same card. I don't. I seldom do. Like, I think out of all the videos that I've posted on the internet, I think like maybe 2 have used like duplicate cards. Maybe 3, 2 or 3, but I seldom use like gimmicks or gaffs. I very rarely do that when it comes to card tricks. So it's funny how even back in this time, it's necessary for him to mention that, because I guess like the years change, but the hecklers remain the same. You know?
And if I did have a duplicate 2 of hearts, of course, that's the only one with your name on the front. Okay? Now what happens is the magician says, put the card back into the deck, and that's where he cheats. I'll show you what I mean. It goes in, I'll shuffle them up. Man, you haven't blinked once. That's good. So it really is hopelessly lost. The card is not on the bottom or next to the bottom. I mean, it could have been, but it would have been just coincidence. Or the top, it's not near the top. If I want your card, I just snap the fingers and it will rise to the top all by itself. That's the mystery. Now in slow motion, it looks like this. The 2 of hearts goes into the center of the deck, about halfway down. All I have to do is snap the fingers. That's all it takes. The card will rise to the top position, and it works every single time. Now, in slow motion, it looks like this. It really goes in, but I'll put it in from the front. Now, obviously, if I do not snap my fingers, it will not rise up to the top of the deck. In fact, it won't even be next to the top.
This man is executing a move called a double, or a double lift. But the way he's getting it, like the way he's getting the break is very slick. It's very nice. If you're not familiar with the move, then let me just educate you real quick. It's a controlled sleight of hand move in where you would pick up 2 cards as if they were 1 card. Only that when he's doing it, he's not doing any obvious tells. Like people like riffle up the back like this to get the 2 cards together, or they do like a really like desperate pinky pull like this. But when he's doing it, it really just looks like he's just instantly turning over 2 cards in a moment's notice, and it looks really cool. Like, this is just me nerding out, by the way. Anyway, let's continue.
He's in the middle until I do the secret move. The secret move is nothing more than a snap of the finger, and it's up on the top once again. Now, anybody can do this. In fact, would you do me a small favor? Lift off about half of the pack. Perfect. Cover it up yourself. Put all those cards on top. Take the entire deck out of my hands. Just snap your fingers. Perfect. You're a natural. Turn over the top card if it worked. Bow to your thunderous applause. Ladies and gentlemen.
He's so charming.
You have a winner.
Making the spectator the hero. Very, very good idea.
Watch the card very closely. Not yet. It goes into the middle, but to be even more fair, I will place it in the middle of all of these cards, then all of these into the middle of all of these cards. Now it's hopelessly lost until, of course, I snap the fingers. Then it jumps back up to the top once again, cleverly disguising itself on the way. No, perhaps the deck didn't hear me. Here, let me start again. There's the 10. If I snap it like this and give it a little squeeze, it turns into the 2 of hearts. Are there any questions up to this point? See, I'm just making it up as I go
Gift
along.
of the gab, man.
I didn't even feel it move.
Yeah, that's right. And she knows, because you tried, didn't you? You felt it?
I didn't.
You didn't? Look, I'll tell you what I'll do this time. I will push the card forward about halfway. I won't use the whole deck. I'll just cover it with a few cards.
That's nice.
Just a few like that. I'll push it in, give a little snap. It jumps to the top. But actually, this is not the top of the deck. See, this is considered the top of the bottom half. The top of the deck would be this part over here. So watch the top of the deck. And you'll see it every single time. You really will.
Just need to look at that one woman's face. She was stunned. She's like, get out of here, you crazy fool. I've never really thought of that idea before. That's a nice one. Taking a card like the 6 of clubs, and then he cuts it into the middle. Wait, is it? Yeah, he cuts it into the middle. Then he takes a portion like this, and then he pushes it in, and he goes, look. No, this is the top of the bottom half because it's over here. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice idea. Being able to set them down to the side and just having this like extra beat to the reveal. You know what I mean?
I have an idea. To make this easier to follow, I will eliminate half of the pack. I won't even use those. Just half of the deck. In fact, would you take this yourself? All I'm going to do is riffle down the corner. Anytime you'd like, just say stop. I will stop, and I'll let you put the card in yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Face down. Anytime.
Stop.
Perfect. Face down like that. Watch. No moves, no tricks, no manipulations. It is not on the bottom. It is not on the top. It stays in the middle until I snap the fingers. Then it jumps up to the top once again. I'm going to push it in with one finger because I really want you to see it. It goes in the middle. That's about halfway down. With one finger, I'll push it in. Watch. So you do a little snap. It jumps up to the top once again. Now let me do this again. It goes in the middle. I'll turn this face up. That way you can see it's not on the top yet. Not until I do the secret move. See, here's the secret move, a little tap and a snap, and it's back on top. Now when you do this, you can do it in slow motion. Just place it on the table, cover it with all of these cards. Snap. It still jumps up to the top.
He's
of the
doing
it's
stuff.
Always on the top.
That was nice.
But I have an idea
I liked that
to make
face
this
up
even
moment.
easier
That
to
was
follow.
sick.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I will eliminate a few more cards.
I feel like I get the goofiest looking face on when I watch these guys because, you know, these are the OGs. These are the people that I learned from. These are the people, you know, they say your personality is not your own. It's the culmination of every person that you've ever met or watched crammed into one. And these are the people that more or less, you know, I've watched countless times and adopted traits from them, and they formed who I am today. So watching this is just so inspiring. Anyway.
I will eliminate all of these. That's all I can do. Now that's as few as I can use and still be able to place the card into the middle of the deck. Now it's a very thin deck, but the principle is the same. It goes in the middle, it's sandwiched in from above and below until I push it like this, snap the fingers, it jumps to the top. I'll do this again. There's the card. It goes in the middle between the other 2 cards until I snap the fingers, and then of course it jumps to the top position. Now, sometimes when I do this, I cheat. Once I did this, and I did cheat by accident. I didn't place it in the middle. Instead, I actually put it on the bottom of the packet. That's okay. I snapped. It still jumps up to the top. It just had to go through 2 cards. And this works in anybody's hands. In fact, would you put your hand out like this? Like a table. Watch closely. There is the card. Face down, off the top, into your hand.
Beautiful.
I will cover it with these cards. I'll even spread them out. All you have to do is snap your fingers.
That's such a nice moment.
That's good. Turn over the top card. Let everybody see. We have another winner.
That's so great. I love that he always makes the spectator the hero.
Wow.
That's a nice moment. I like the spread like this.
You know, there may be some suspicious folks out there. Quite honestly, there's only 2 ways that this can be done, or 2 categories of methods. One is it could be sleight of hand. Another is it could be a trick. That is to say, maybe before the show I had you sign a duplicate 2 of hearts. That's not the case. So just to make this card extra unique, perhaps you'd care to help out. Would you put your initials or your signature on the front of the card as well? What we're going to do is have several people sign the card. That way we know there's no possible chance of having a duplicate. And to make sure that I'm not using any sleight of hand, what I'm going to do is wrap the deck with rope. Please do. Watch very closely. I am going to sleight of hand proof the pack. And the best way to do that is to wrap it up with rope. Now there's no way to perform sleight of hand with a deck that has been wrapped with rope. I know because I've tried. It just cannot be done. Many have tried and several were seriously injured in the attempt. Look at that.
That is pretty sleight of hand proof.
Now that's sleight of hand proofed. Is there a card out there? Oh no, please, please. Enjoy, relax.
Everyone's just signing.
And just for fun, would you sign the card as well? And sign it on the back, just in case. That's good. Any kind of identifying mark will be fine. And let's have that back. Oh, look at that. There's no way I could have a duplicate of that puppy. So the deck has been sleight of hand proofed with the rope, and the card has been signed by what, 20, 30 people. And to make it even more unique, let's tear off a corner. How about like that? I think that should be pretty convincing. That is the only one. The deck has been sleight of hand proofed. The card that's been signed by 20 or 30 people goes into the center of the deck, and that really is the middle, isn't it? That really is.
Yeah, that looks pretty middle to me.
Haven't cheated yet, but it's coming up. Watch. I'd like to see this one myself. That is the middle of the deck. It does go in.
Some crazy conditions.
Is that still in the middle? Still the signed card?
Yep.
Watch. Inside. All the way. Not yet. Hasn't gone through yet. Watch. 2 of hearts. All the way in. All I have to do is snap the fingers. Yes, I felt it. You'll have to take my word for it, but I did. I felt it. 1 card rises to the top. Can you take a little peek under there? That is definitely the top card. It is signed on the front. It is signed on the back. And just for those who are extra suspicious, it has the missing corner. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the mystery of the ambitious card.
Actually, I'm a little bit fooled by that last one. That was actually really good. I haven't seen that one in a long time. That was... Woo! So there you have it, guys. Daryl. You just gotta love Daryl, man. He cuts such a friendly figure while he's performing. It's nearly impossible to not get sucked into the positive vibe of Daryl. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That's day number 120, and I will see you tomorrow for day 121.
Call me Bucky, lucky that I'm innocent. If I didn't have no morals, I'd be menacing.